Down the roadways I've heard say a new day's coming on, where the women folks are friendly and the law leaves you alone. I'll believe it when I sees it, but I haven't seen it yet. Don't mind me, just keep on talking, I'm just looking for my hat.
Welcome to Cadeau and Janko Wednesdays at Lunch.
Burger Edition.
This week, Matthew and I are recording over Skype again.
I hate it.
Oh, it's not Skype, FaceTime, whatever.
They're all terrible.
Right?
In this day and age.
Well, it is a video phone, Matthew. We do live in the future.
It should be better. I mean, I got my AOL 3-month free trial, hooked up with all the beeps and boops, and this is what I get?
Well, maybe that's the problem, Matthew. You're using like a phone connector, phone jack for your internet right now.
Mallory picked up the phone before. It completely threw us for a loop and took another half hour before we got this thing set up again.
Yeah.
Terrible.
It did basically take us a half hour to set this up. Between FaceTime connections, I was trying to call on my laptop, and we would get my phone. It was a whole thing.
It's because technology is always changing. And not for the better. Just to change for the sake of change.
Do you feel that way, Matthew?
I do. I feel like these people who are making billions of dollars, they're sitting around, they have to justify why they're making so much money. So it's like, let's just change things. And we'll say this is what we've been working on. The newer version 10.83 Solaria. They'll give it a fancy name.
Yeah.
And it's just all the same things, but slightly different. You have to dig for it now. You want to close your icon? Oh, it's not over there anymore. It's on the left. Now it's to the bottom right behind this little Post-it note. So it's a pop-up book.
So technology is changing, Matthew, and it upsets you.
Always.
Now, is this because you're having problems with your computer lately?
It's part of it, yeah. It stemmed from that.
Matthew, your computer is riddled with viruses. You're getting endless pop-ups. You don't know how to stop it.
I don't. I know how to stop it.
What's your plan? Because I advised you, I think last week we were speaking about this, not on the podcast. I was telling you, I think you just need to start from scratch. Restore that puppy.
Yeah, that's one option. I mean, what I've been doing lately is, when you first get your computer and you close it gently, like it's a little baby and you're closing its eyelids.
Yes.
I guess you don't really do that with a baby. They do it on their own. A loved one who's passed and you want to gently close their eyelids.
Yes.
After a while, like now, I'm just slamming this thing shut. And every time I hope that when I lift it up, the screen will just be cracked and the buttons will just be demolished.
But why? That's not going to help things at all.
It'll help things because it'll be out of my hands at that point.
Like now, you just
out
need to
the
get
window.
A new one.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you clean up your laptop and you don't know how to get rid of these viruses? Just restore it, set everything aside, upload it back onto the laptop, and you're right back. Fresh.
It's an option. I think I'll wait. I need to get a little more frustrated. I need to break a few more dishes before I result to that.
You need to be a richer man in a bigger house to have just a rage room.
It's going to be... I'm going to have one.
A rage room?
Even if it starts off... I mean, I basically have one now.
What do you mean?
It's the kitchen sink.
Oh, okay. How many dishes have you broke into there?
This week I broke 3.
Really, Matthew? What are you so angry about this?
Mostly by accident. But you break one dish by accident, and the other two they're just a casualty of the
ensuing rage.
Yes.
Okay, hold on, Matthew. What did you break the first dish in the sink about? Was the water too hot?
No, just clumsy. You pick something up. I have a bunch of bumpy glasses, Sebastian. You know the kind of glasses.
I do.
We share glasses. Yeah. And when they're wet and full of soap, they're a Dickens to keep your hands on.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I understand that. And so you broke a glass in the sink? And then just pulled up plates and slammed them on the ground.
In the sink. If it's all in the
Okay.
sink, it's okay. I've been breaking a lot of those glasses. I'm glad I have a hoard of them in the basement.
It's a good thing you got them so cheap.
Yes. Yeah. When I buy one of something, I need to buy 10 of them.
Because you plan on breaking several.
It happens.
All right. Matthew, this week we went to Three Amigos.
We did.
Three Amigos, 3 locations, 1657 St. Catherine Street West, 1621 St. Denis Street, and one in Brossard.
Just for the sake of having 3, I guess. Brossard's not a bad place.
No, that's fine. Whatever, man.
For business?
Sure.
Do you think they had to stop at 3? Or you think they're thinking about a 4th, but they don't want to do it?
I visited the website today, and they are, if you're interested in franchising Three Amigos, they'll do that. So I don't think they're limiting themselves to 3, but I feel like you need 3 if you're Three Amigos.
Yeah. Like right now, each of them is one of the Amigos.
Exactly.
You have the 4th one. You're just going to be Can it be 4?
You'll be the donkey. Three Amigos
Okay.
and the donkey.
Ugh. Which one did you go to?
I went to the one on St. Catherine Street West. I imagine you went to the same one.
I did.
Time constrictions. Matthew and I did not go to lunch at the same time.
We're sick of each other.
That's it. We don't want. We'd rather eat alone. And I don't know where you sat, but I sat facing a television, but there was a pillar in the way, and that didn't stop me from watching the television. I just sat there staring straight forward. Not very happy with my service. We'll get into that later. Matthew, you went there alone. Now we'll talk about it. Now we'll look at each other's faces now that we've been sated.
Just because we're on FaceTime doesn't mean I'm looking at your face.
Oh, weird. Matthew, eyes up here.
It's not what I meant, but I like it better. No, I'm just looking at that horrifying mask you still have in the background. We'll talk of. We've already spoken about that. One day it'll disappear.
So
off to haunt another home.
So Matthew, what are your past experiences with Three Amigos? Did you even believe that they had a burger on their menu?
I didn't believe it.
It seems unbelievable.
I didn't.
Even when
But they've had other.
Even though I've had a meal there this year and went through the menu and was surprised to find hamburgers, even when I sat down today, I was flipping through going like, I almost believe that they won't be here this time. And they were still there. They have 4 different burgers.
They do, but some of them aren't real burgers. Some of them are chicken. Some of them are probably beans.
Yeah, they have 2 beef burgers, 1 chicken burger. They actually sound pretty good. And 1 veggie burger. But I decided I'd go with the beef burger. We don't often do chicken burgers on this show. I don't want to start it up now. I feel like you'd be upset with me, probably smash a few glasses.
I mean, I got one right here, and it's
it's
primed and ready.
One of those ones that you like breaking.
Yeah. I don't actually. It's heartbreaking. Yeah, so I did go to the same one. I sat nowhere in
What do you
that
mean?
building because I got it to go.
Oh, there you go.
Didn't have
do it.
time. Had to eat it on the road.
Were you like walking and eating?
No, I wasn't doing that either. But I kind of ate in a dark little closet.
Well, that changes the dining experience. I sat down,
It
I got
does.
a bowl of nachos and some salsa while I was waiting.
Yeah, I didn't get that. Oh, the complimentary
Complimentary
chips.
nachos. Yeah.
and watery salsa.
I like that salsa, though. I'll be honest. Straight up. It's
I
pretty
didn't know
decent
we were
salsa.
being
It's not too
honest.
spicy. I don't like necessarily having the big chunks in the salsa, like you'll
Okay.
get in Tostitos or whatever.
Now, you know what? I'm like that too, because I'll take my chunky salsa, Tostitos brand, and I'll put that in a magic bullet, blend it up to a liquid.
See? So
Changes it.
it does.
Mm-hmm.
So Matthew, please explain your dining experience.
Well, I went there. It was a pleasant experience. It's weird because I feel like that's the place. Three Amigos is a place that when we were younger was our fancy going out time. It was either Three Amigos if you're going downtown for someone's birthday party. Everybody's going to have a birthday party there so they can get a big sombrero and get their fortunes read by the washroom in the basement.
Is that a thing? I didn't visit the washroom today.
You never.
Is there-
See, I was hoping you had. I didn't go, but there used to be a fortune teller
I do
who
not
hid,
recall this.
and she hid
A
out by
human,
the
though,
washrooms.
not like like a machine.
Not like a Zoltar or anything.
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
I mean, and you'd expect to find one in a place like this.
Yeah.
They had a lot of freaky stuff going on. I don't know what was limited to the month, the occasion, the holiday, but
Sure.
some of that other stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure they had some kind of Zoltar fortune teller, but out of commission. But no, they have a real live woman.
Okay. I don't
and she
remember
just-
this at all.
Yeah, she preys on people by the washrooms and payphones.
Okay.
Has a deck of tarot cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know of it, and she was there for years. I
Did
don't know if she was
you
still
ever
there.
get your fortune told by her?
No,
Okay.
too scared.
Why? You're
scared.
scared of what
I
your
think-
fortune may be?
Yeah, you don't ever want to know, and you don't want you to have your fortune told in the bottom of a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, by the bathrooms of the Mexican restaurant doesn't seem as legitimate, I suppose.
Yeah, I feel like you have a pretty good idea of where your life is going.
I did not see any fortune teller today, Matthew. I wouldn't go in for that kind of nonsense.
No,
No, I don't think so.
I think we should one day. We've missed two opportunities. This being the second opportunity. The first
Okay.
one when we went to the smoking barbecue.
Was there? Oh, I guess, yeah, that's right. Just upstairs from there, there's like a fortune teller.
Yeah, more
with a neon
legitimate.
sign.
Yeah. I think pretty close to the magic shop that they used to have up there, or around the area.
I don't remember a magic shop. I know there was
think-
like an anime store or something.
I think we need
Other
to one.
places I would never venture into.
No, but one day you and I take a flight of fancy and just indulge in these strange things.
Should we do it? Should we do it in time for Halloween, Matthew?
Yeah, I think so. I think we could definitely get our fortunes read together, like one price. Just read a little of this palm, a little of that palm.
We'll
And,
mix it together. We'll see what we get.
Yeah.
So, speaking of which, Matthew, we have difficult schedules. Schedules are tough to align. You're going to school full time, work full time. I work full time. Saw things full time. We don't have full time for burgers.
As much as I would have loved just having burgers all day and every day, 80 hours a week, I can't do it. It doesn't pay the bills.
No, it doesn't. For the next little, it creates new bills. For the next little while, we're going to go on a bi-weekly schedule.
It kind of
That
it
sound right,
sends
Matthew?
me. Yeah, it sounds.
Yeah.
Bi-weekly. It's either twice a week or twice a month.
No, every other week. I
Other
don't
week.
like the idea of a 5-week month with only 2 episodes.
No. Sure, you're right. But when you say bi-weekly, that means every 2 weeks.
I believe so.
So bi-monthly.
It's not twice weekly. It's every other week.
Okay. I'm good with that. Okay, so every other week.
You
we're gonna do
understand,
this.
even on the every other week schedule, we might end up with a 3-episode month.
Yes, I understand, and I'm willing to participate.
I remember back when I was reading comics more frequently, they would have almost every month has 4 Wednesdays, and Wednesday's the day comics are released. And every now and again when there's a 5th Wednesday in a month, they would make it an event. A 5th week event. We
Now-
could have those.
We could have events, yes, but is this calling forth the beginning of the end for Cadeau and Janko Wednesdays at lunch? Burger edition?
I hope not, because you're going to be done school next month.
Yeah, by Christmas.
So yeah, by Christmas we'll be able to. By the new year, we'll definitely be able to jump back into full time.
Okay, because you know what happened when they moved Cheers? You know, they moved Cheers to a different date, a different slot, and then they just started producing them a little less frequently, and all of a sudden,
Yep.
Nobody knew. Your
Cheers
name.
was on for like 9 years though.
Maybe even 11.
Yeah, was it
I don't
11?
know. May have been. I feel like it was on for a long time, but
It's in that range.
But I feel like it's the first step. So we gotta come back strong. We got to take a little bit of time where we do it every other week, but then come back.